Hello everybody, it's EzraTime again here. Welcome back to another movie review. And today we're going to be reviewing another sammohung movie. It's called Eastern Condors. Been watching some sammohung movie in the past days actually, and I thought that, well, Eastern Condors is the first one that I should review, because I'm kind of looking forward to see this movie, to be honest, because I heard this movie quite a lot actually from Scott Atkins, of course. And I'm a big fan of Sammo Hung. I think he's obviously a best friend of Jackie Chan, right? Along with Yuenbiao, who's also star in this movie. And yeah, so Eastern Condors is obviously like this movie is basically Commando, but with Sammo Hung as the main character. Like Commando, the movie with Schwarzenegger, right? Which also like a bunch of people in the woods shooting a bunch of military guy, and then boom, that's it. It's really fun, and that's essentially what Eastern Condor is. Except with Sammo Hung and Yuenbiao, and obviously Hong Kong martial arts. And I think if I'm not mistaken, I think Sammo Hung and Yuenbiao was supposed to star in Project A Part 2 with Jackie Chan, but I think that the project was shoot at the same time, so that's why they're not exactly in Project A Part 2 because they are busy making Eastern Condor. And yeah, this movie is amazing. It's really fun. And it's just like wow. And it's what you expect from a Sammo Hung movie. And yeah, and obviously the plot of the movie is like pretty simple, honestly. Like a bunch of guys get sent to a jungle in Vietnam, and then they have to survive against a bunch of military guys, and then obviously there's gonna be a bunch of shooting in the jungle. There's gonna be a lot of deaths, and one thing that really surprised me about this movie is is actually it's actually how brutal the movie is, because I know that Hong Kong movie or like Hong Kong martial arts movie, like there's some deaths obviously, but this movie is probably the most brutal Hong Kong martial arts movie that I ever seen, to be honest, because you actually saw the blood, you actually saw the damage being done to the characters, because sometimes when they do some stabbing and stuff like that, it was like, okay, it cuts to the skin and then stabs and then that's it, like you cut to the reaction, but in this one you actually saw the effect, you saw the like what actually happened to the person, and it was actually pretty brutal. I did not expect that, which is also amazing, and yeah, I think from the action standpoint, there is a good action throughout the movie, obviously, and also there is a good characters throughout the movie as well. I think they perform wonderfully, and I I don't know how, guys. Somehow I did not realize this when I watched the movie, but apparently the great Yan Wu Ping was actually also star in this movie, and for some reason I did not like my mind didn't click there. I was like, oh, that was Yan Wu Ping. Like, no, I did not realize that. I was like, oh, okay, this is a good actor. That's literally what my mind has when I watched the movie, and then I saw the credits. I was like, oh wait, that's Yan Wu Ping. Like, how do I not recognize that? Like that face is so familiar, because again, Yan Wu Ping, responsible for so many great martial arts movie. I mean, he also choreographed the fight in the Matrix, right? The Kill Bill movie. And yeah, I don't know how I did not recognize him. It's embarrassing, to be honest. But sadly, he did not fight. Obviously, I think. I mean, he's a fight choreographer, right? But either way, it's a like again, seeing Sammo Hung and Yuenbiao just like teaming up and then beating a bunch of people in the jungle, like that was sick, man. I be honest, because they really mixing the style of the obviously this movie released in the 80s, right? So in the 80s, you see the action sequences just like a bunch of people shooting other people, but it's great, because you can actually see what's happening. Unlike today, where you just like maybe it was shaky cam and stuff like that, right? Um, and yeah, and that mixed with the survival elements, mixed with how they can with the Hong Kong martial arts element, to see Sammo Hung and Yuenbiao just like doing their own move, by taking out these guys was in the jungle was amazing, and just to see Sammo Hung going crazy by shooting a bunch of people, that was also crazy and fun, and again, Eastern Condors is not exactly a fun like sorry, it's not exactly a comedic movie. It's not a comedy, that what you expect from Sammo Hung, because usually his movie is always comedic, which is fine, it's funny. But Eastern Condors is more serious, and I think that's great, it's a great serious movie. That's all I'm gonna say, because there is some action and there is some consequences. And again, the action is brutal. I did not expect it to be that brutal. I was like, at some point, I was like getting shocked, by seeing the deaths in this movie. I was like, whoa, okay, they're actually going there. And yeah, I guess the action is great. Seeing sammohung yuenbiao is great. Performing the martial arts sequences, especially the final fight, is always amazing. Obviously, it's always like gripping and all that kind of stuff. Like it's always raw and brutal at the same time. It was amazing. And yeah, again, despite all these praises that I can say about this movie, I have one problem with this movie, to be honest with you guys, because there's this lady character that basically helping the group along in the jungle, because I think she was from the I think like she's Cambodian basically, and she's basically trying to defend her own country. And at first I was like, oh, I like her character. I think she is badass, right? She and Yuenbiao and Sammo Hong has a great chemistry together, and I think it's great. But I feel like they kind of ruined her character by the end of it. Like by saying that, oh, like there, because this they found this mountain full of missiles basically, and they try to destroy it. Because they don't want to see the weapon get into the wrong hand. So that's why they're trying to blow it up to destroy it. And the girl was like, no, like don't blow it up, because I need this weapon to defend my country. And then she tried to reason with it, and then suddenly she shot the colonel, I think, right, the leader, in the leg. And I was like, girl, what the fuck, man? And she tried to reason, which is like a typical scene where you got a guy pointing a gun and then saying that, no, don't do this, man, I need this stuff, to survive, or something like that, right? And it's always felt, I guess, sincere, before the other protagonist, convinced them that, hey, no, we need to destroy it, because it's the only other way, or something like that, right? But this one is felt weird because it's like the scene kind of built up the same way, kind of what you expected from that kind of scene. But she shot the colonel's leg, so she basically disabling the colonel, and I was like, girl, like don't just pretend that you did not just shot somebody in the leg, and then afterwards she shot him in the chest. I was like, okay, what the hell is going on, And I feel like the only reason she act that way is for the movie to just like give an excuses for the bad guy to enter the scene and then just like shot everybody basically, and then so the final fight can happen. Like again, don't get me wrong, the final fight could happen regardless, I guess, but I feel like if they just agree to destroy the weapon immediately, I don't think they're gonna have more victims. I don't think they're gonna see this more deaths in the final scene, because I feel like if they just work it out and then plant in the explosive, then they might be able to succeed immediately before chaos happen, right? But that is why I feel like that scene felt jarring to me by watching the movie, because the rest of the movie is super fun, is super like engaging to watch, like it gave me really really hyped to see more of it, until the ending. When that scene happened, I was like, okay, that is weird and bizarre, and it didn't actually felt believable, because he just shot the colonel in the leg and then in the chest near the heart. And I was like, okay, you're gonna kill this guy. Like, what are you doing? You've been helping them all along, and then suddenly now, because you need this weapon, you're just gonna shot these people? Like, are you kidding me? Like, they just so out of nowhere, in my opinion, and I feel like it's just like an excuses for the final battle to happen, for again more deaths basically. But either way, I still enjoy the movie for what it is. I still think it's a super super fun movie. And yeah, if you guys are a big fan of Sammo Hong and Yuenbiao, then yeah, you're gonna have a great time watching this movie. It's a great martial arts movie. It's a great, I guess, I don't know, shooting movie. You could say that. Like it's a great 80s action movie, basically. Like it's what you expect from the 80s movie, and it's great. And yeah, I guess that's my review for Eastern Condors, guys. I will leave a question to you guys. Have you guys watched Eastern Condors? Then, if you guys haven't watched it, then please go watch it. I think you guys gonna have a great time watching it. If you guys are a big fan of Sammo Hong or Yuenbiao, then or like Hong Kong martial arts movie in general, I think you're gonna love it. And for those who already watch it, well, my question is, what do you guys think about this movie? Do you guys like it, or do you guys think it could have been better or something like that? What do you guys think about the final scene with the girl, when she shot the colonel, what do you guys think about that? Because to me, that felt weird, but it could be me, who knows, right? So share your opinions about that in the comment section below if you want to, obviously. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed this review, then leave a like, comment, subscribe, share the videos, the usual stuff, become a member for this channel by clicking the join button below, so you guys can again support me even further. And yeah, guys, that's it for this movie review. I guess I'm gonna do another movie review soon, or maybe another anime review, but we'll see what happens. And again, thank you for everybody who's still supporting my channel. I really appreciate it, guys. And again, I really hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I'll see you guys in the next one then. Bye!